So here we are. Wonderful place.
Yeah, you do take me to strange places.
Well, this is Rufus stone.
Yes, and I know what that means.
Yeah, King Rufus died here.
And he had the arrow that went in his eye.
No, that was at the
King Rufus.
Yeah, the arrow in the eye was at the
Battle of Hastings.
Battle of Hastings. Yeah.
Yes.
But this wasn't that long after the Battle of Hastings, 1066 and all that. This was in 1100, and we're actually in the 1000th year of the death of King Rufus, and this is supposed to be one of the most haunted places in Hampshire. King Rufus was he was the son of, or prince I suppose even, he was the son of William the Conqueror. He had two sons, Henry I think was one of them, and William Rufus. And William Rufus did a load of bad stuff in the New Forest. He did all these repeals and things, and then went back on things, so everybody was out for his blood. And there was this other guy, the one you mentioned a minute ago, Walter Tyrrell, right, was out they're out hunting for deer, because all this was for hunting all around here. Yeah, boar and all sorts. It was all made just for hunting. And allegedly, an arrow, Walter Tyrrell fired an arrow. It glanced off one of these trees, probably not one of these now. I don't think that the original tree would be here, because it'd be 1,000 years, wouldn't it be a bit old? It glanced off the tree and killed Rufus. Gosh. So that was a bit like the idea of when Kennedy was killed. You know, I mean, it's like your royal blood has been killed, and a huge, great sort of conspiracy then. So that was the basic story of it. So Walter Tyrrell cleared off. He ran off to France or something like that.
It's a pub called the Sword.
He might have
cleared off down to the
he might have come down the pub.
That way he went.
Yeah, well, there is a pub. There is the pub, the Walter Tyrrell, but I think that was named after him. But anyway, so he cleared off. But there's a story that if on the anniversary of his death, which I think was the 2nd of August 1100, so we are actually this year the 1000th anniversary of his death, and on the anniversary of his death there's supposed to be, when he died, there was there's a lot of charcoal burners around here, and there was a charcoal burner's wagon. They carried him off, and they carried him down that road over there, I think. And as they carried him off, apparently it left a river of blood when they carried him on the
Well, it would, I suppose, if his eye.
I don't think it was in his eye. I don't think it was in, that was Hastings you're thinking about there. No, this was I don't know where the arrow hit him, but it killed him anyway. And they carried him off, and there was blood that goes down. And there's supposed to be also, and on the anniversary of the death, you're supposed to see a river of blood along the road, right? And also,
I've got ordinary walking shoes, so I have to be careful. I don't want them ruined, Craig.
Yeah. So also there's sort of, if we go, and there's a river around here that on the anniversary of his death is supposed to run red.
Right.
So if we come out on the exact time of his death, 1,000 years later, I think that's a pretty damn good time to spot the river of blood. It should be running by now, I would have thought.
You and him got a lot in common there.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the basic story. This is supposed to be one of the most haunted places around.
It's funny enough, I feel at home here.
Yeah.
Shall we go look at his stone?
Yeah, we'll go and have a look at his stuff. Yeah. So the thing that cameras can't tell you is the smells of the place, isn't it? I can see why they think ghosts around here, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, this at night time.
Lovely.
That's going to be really weird. So this is where the history of England completely changed. Oh, this is so this is where the oak tree stood. Here stood the oak tree on which an arrow shot by Sir Walter Tyrrell at a stag glanced and struck King William II, surnamed Rufus, on the breast, so it wasn't his eye, of which he instantly died on the 2nd day of August, year 1100. And look, someone's left a bow and arrow up there. Hang on, look at that, folks. There's the original bow, obviously, unless it's been materialised, Jane. Yeah. I remember we came out here as kids with bows and arrows too, playing around, I remember.
It's quite quite nice energy though. Not sad.
He caused some pretty dangerous things in Britain though, because the crown was immediately grabbed by Henry. Yeah. And so, you know, Rufus would have been king. It could have changed, I think, would have changed the whole history of the world. Oh yes, some more stuff about it.
Let's read it.
That the spot, hang on, let's look around, people can read it then. Here we go. That the spot where an event so memorable might not hereafter be forgotten, the enclosed stone was set up by John Lord Delaware, who had seen the tree growing in this place. This stone having been much mutilated, and the inscriptions on each of its 3 sides defaced, this more durable memorial with the original inscriptions was erected in the year 1841 by W.M. Sturgis Bourne Warden. Warden? That was my nan's family name.
Those Parkers have got a lot to answer
Yeah.
for.
And here we go, a bit more. King William II, surnamed Rufus, being slain as before related, was laid in a cart. Oh. This is the cart I was telling you about in the car, that is supposed to be the River of Blood cart, but was laid in a cart belonging to the one Perkis. There's a lot of that in Southampton about Perkis, and drawn from hence to Winchester and buried in the cathedral church of that city. Oh, so Rufus is in Winchester Cathedral.